Hello, this is Marabella. Welcome. At the end of my video, I'm going to show you how to make this delicious green juice. But for the topic of the day, it is how to stay raw vegan when your family is not. So this topic is called How to Stay Raw Vegan When Your Family Is Not. It can go for any type of dietary lifestyle. If you are changing to a different style of eating than your family, how do you do it? How do you cook their meals and stay on this path? So I have been mostly raw vegan now for about 2 years, and I will make another separate video on kind of my journey, my raw vegan journey, and how I keep to that. I'm about 80% raw. I'm not like 100%. There have been some things that I've eaten, and I'll go into that in a later video. But I want to share with you how I cook for my family. I actually cook pretty much every night, or we go out, and how do I go out and stick to my plan? So first of all, the first thing that really helped me, it's really the only thing that you need to know, but I'm going to tell you some more things too, is preparedness. And what I mean by that is I like to have some food prepared for me and in the refrigerator by the time dinner rolls around, so that if we've had a busy day, I can sit down and eat a little bit and then cook the meal for them, and then I can sit down and eat with them after. Because if I'm full, or had a little bit of time to eat and have my food digest, then I'm not hungry and I'm not tempted. First, cravings go away when you start a new meal plan. When you start eating these healthy, live, vibrant foods, you start to feel so much better that you start to crave them. Whatever you eat, you begin to crave. So you'll get past the cravings, but the trouble is if you're trying to make food for other people and you're hungry, you just can cave in very easily. So I like to eat between the hours of, say, like 11 and 4, and I like to keep hydrated as well. And then by the time that I am making their food, I'm not hungry. And so that's been a really great strategy. Along the lines of preparedness, I'm going to start doing something every Sunday that I'm calling Self-Care Sunday. And that's where I practice self-love. And one of the most loving things that I've learned to do for myself is to really prepare healthy, high vibrational, amazing foods for myself. Now, I like to prepare them for my family too, so they're always available. I'll cook what they want, and then I'll have an array of vegetables for them to choose from too. And I try to lead by example. So if they see me eating the fruits and vegetables and feeling so good, they might want to try. They might want to. And I've seen my husband come to the table and not eat his meat, just eat his vegetables. And of course, that makes me so happy. And my son will eat, he'll take a half of a watermelon and he'll just eat that for lunch. And that makes me happy too. But I'm not trying to push that on anyone. I am happy when I see my friends posting their acai bowls. That makes me super happy. But so it's little steps, and it's educating as you go. You can't force, but you can express, how this diet makes you feel, or lifestyle makes you feel. A lot of times people will invite us out to dinner, and I will not turn down dinner. I love being out with friends. I love being out with people. I don't, come right out and say, oh, I'm vegan, I can't have that. I just make do with what I'm given. So if they don't have raw vegan choices for me, a lot of times I will eat before we go to dinner. I will make a salad before we go, or I will have my green juice, so that I'm satiated when we get to the restaurant. Then I'm not hungry, I'm free to visit and socialize. And if I see on the menu that they have all these vegetables for these other dishes that they make, I say, hey, I see that you've got green peppers, I see that you've got onions. Would you mind making up a salad with all the vegetables that you have, carrots, whatever you've got in the back? I'll be happy with. And 100% of the time, the restaurant has been so compliant for me and made these beautiful salads for me, and I've been so happy. And so then I'm satiated, and I'm socializing with friends, and there's absolutely no need for eating their food, eating what everybody else is eating. Some other kind of tricks that you can do, or kind of ways that you can come to cooking their food in a high vibrational way, is you can go out for a walk first if you have time. I know time is we all wish we had more time, but even just walking around the block or your home and then coming in to cook their dinner, it puts you in a higher frame of mind, and that great energy goes into their food. So even if they're not eating the way that you are, or they're eating something different, they're getting the high vibes from your cooking. I totally believe in that. Cooking with some really energetic, beautiful music helps too, to kind of like you're in the mood for cooking, you're listening to this beautiful music, you might even be doing a little bit of dancing, and you're making this wonderful food for them. And it's not for you, you're not going to eat it at all, but you're serving it to your family in a beautiful, positive way. Another thing that I like to do is I think I've already mentioned having my green smoothie. I love to have a little bit more green juice or green smoothie before I cook. That just puts me in such a high vibration. And when you're in that wonderful high vibration and you're satisfied, like you've had a little bit to eat before you cook their food, then it doesn't matter. You're sending love to the food, because one of the things that is hard for me is it's very hard for me to cook meat, and I just kind of have to ask heaven to help me with that on those days. Please help me to prepare this meat for my family. Thank you so much. And you just give it up to heaven, because I could throw a big fit and stop cooking their meat, but then I see how the food I cook affects them, and it makes them happy and feel, calm and centered and all of that. If I were to take that away from them and it wasn't their choice, we would have a little bit of chaos in the home, and I really like harmony. So for now, for this moment in time, maybe in another video things will change, but for this moment in time, I enjoy the harmony of being able to cook their food harmoniously, the energy coming through me and the positive vibes coming through me into their food. So I really hope this video helps. I hope it helps in some sort of way, whether you're vegan or you just are eating a different style of food than your family and you're having to cook for them. So now for my favorite part, my green juice. So today's green juice has celery, zucchini, cucumber, pear, ginger, cilantro, and just a little bit of jalapeno. So delicious. So good.